All right. Hey guys. All right, we're going to talk about my January reads. Okay. I know that some of you guys are in other streams right now, and I don't want to jump on anybody's time, but I decided to go live and try to do a January wrap up of what I've read. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pull up Goodreads. Okay. So I read, what is it, 11 books or so in January? I think it was 11. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. So the first thing I read was Two Scoops of Hellfire by Kimberly Lemming. She wrote, the time I got drunk and saved a demon book. This one was cute. It was a woman. She was like trying to make cupcakes during COVID, and then she ended up summoning a demon, and then it was like smut, and it was only like 27 pages, and I gave it 3 stars. It was really cute, spicy, cute. Okay, and then the second book, and I got it Kindle Unlimited. So the second one I got, and this was a Libby audiobook, was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I gave it 3 stars. I thought it was okay. It was I don't know, I just have a sometimes with these thrillers, or what is it, a mystery? I don't know what it's considered. Um these people just become really like engrossed in solving a cold case, and it's really formulaic, but it wasn't bad. So that was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, number one. I might continue with the series because I it was fine. I gave it 3 stars. There was a twist, but I might continue on with it. Um, then the third book I read in January was a book I checked out from the library, Jim Henson's biography. It was good. I gave it 4 stars. It was kind of long. They really went back into his family history, and it was really good. Oh my goodness! And then they can you turn that down, please? Gosh, sorry. And then they went into his family history and just did a lot about his starting, Jim Henson Studios and everything like that. And then him, uh, I didn't know this, but did you know that the Muppets were trying to be acquired by Disney at the time that he passed away? So that was interesting. Okay, and that was like the third book that I read. Okay. Then I read No Longer Faking by Amber Warden. I got it on Kindle Unlimited. It was just a little smut. This woman was in an unfulfilled marriage. They went to like a swinger party, and shenanigans ensued. Hence the title, No Longer Faking. I ended up giving it 3 stars. It was okay. Then the next one I read was If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy. It was part two of the meant to. It was called Meant to Be series. No, I'm sorry. This was part one, and I had already read the other one, the by the book. That was number two. But this one was like Cinderella. I really liked this one. I liked it better than By the Book. I gave it 5 stars. It was big girl rep, curvy girl rep. Cindy was, I found her really lovable. The prince, or the guy that she, the prince, he was he was just a kind of a blah character, but it was like they were on a reality show, and you know, it's a romance, but it was really cute. I gave it 5 stars. And if I had read this one first, you know, but I'll probably continue on with that series. Then I read Blood on the Tracks 7. Um, this the longer I go in this series, the wilder it gets. I still want to know what the mom story is. Mom is kind of unhinged. Um, the I don't want to give too much away because you kind of have to go into Blood on the Tracks blind and let the story carry you from there. Okay. And then I read Stamped. This one I do own. It's one. It was like an abbreviation of the stamped the other book, but the same authors. It was good. It was kind of like a summary kind of the original Stamped from the beginning, but it was good. I gave it. Oh, I didn't rate it. I don't know why I didn't rate it, but I didn't rate it. Okay. Then I read Mooncakes. It's a graphic novel about a teen witch. I read it for Courtney's boot camp readathon. It was she was a teen witch, and then she had a friend who was I think she was a werewolf. And just they were trying to solve a solve a issue using magic, and it was really cute. I enjoyed the artwork, and the story was cute too. Then I read The Pram by Joe Hill. I didn't rate this one, but I read this one. It was a short story. This couple, they had just had a miscarriage, and they bought a new house, and they end up in this community, and he like the husband goes to the store to get like some groceries, and the guy, he's like, oh, here, take this to take your groceries home. And there's something going on with this pram that they found, just like a old school stroller. And it was, like a horror. Um, and, I don't want to go any further because then I'll be telling what's going on. So, yeah, that was the pram. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. All right. And then, okay. So then the next book that I read after the pram was The Happiest Ending, a New Year's Short by Shay Sanders. Young teacher, stressed out, um, go she takes a little vacation to like a little retreat. No, I don't know if it was a retreat, a massage parlor, a spa. I think it was a spa. And her best friend takes her to a spa, and it's smut. It was a really short New Year's Eve smut. It was cute. I gave it 4 stars. Then I read Interview with the Vampire. This is I didn't know that Interview with the Vampire was part of a series. I know I'm late. I just knew of the movie and then the AMC show. So then I read the book, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars, and then now I'm reading The Vampire Lestat, which is the second book. Um, there was a boring part in the middle of Interview with the Vampire, but I stuck with it. And the same thing, bless you, baby. And the same thing with the Vampire Lestat. There was like a boring section in it, so I gave it 4 stars. I did not know that Anne Rice was problematic with people who did fan fiction on her. Some people were doing fan fiction, and she tried to stop them. Hey now. Um, I didn't know that Anne Rice was problematic, but I found it out. I mean, Jen told me, genderqueer. So that sucks, when you're reading a book and then the author does something problematic. She like sent a cease and desist for people that were doing fanfic of her work. And you know, that's kind of, like people know, they know they're your characters and everything. So I feel like as an author, I probably would feel flattered that somebody wanted to make fan fiction out of my work. But that's just me. But I'm kind of conflicted. Like, do I want to continue with the series because she was problematic? But then she, Anne Rice has passed on. So it's like, it's not like it's going to fund her directly. I don't know. So I don't know. I'm reading the second book, so we're gonna continue with the vampire Lestat. Interview with the Vampire followed Louis, who Lestat turned Louis into a vampire, and it's their story. But Interview with the Vampire is Lestat found out that Louis wrote a book, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna tell my side of the story." So he's telling his side of the story, and you know whatever misconceptions you had about Lestat in the first book, it's like a totally different person in the second book. So, it's cool. I'm like 50% through, 53% through with the Vampire Lestat. Then I read this one, When No One Was Watching by Alyssa Cole. I had got it from the library, and then I was also reading it on audio at the same time. This one was good. It was a young lady who moved back to her mom's house. And her neighborhood was becoming gentrified, so it was like a horror thriller story. And some of the characters in this book, I felt like at times the racism was like over the top. Like, okay, these people are very much out, and it was like New York or something. I don't know. I just found it very. It was just too. What's the word? Where it's just too much. I don't know. I didn't believe that characters would be like that, but it there's a twist. It's a thriller. It's good. I gave it 4 stars. Yeah, we're just doing my January wrap up. I think I read 11 books in January, and so that's all we're doing today. And then the last book I read in January. Oh no, this is part of February. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh no, I finished this in February. So I've already talked about my January books. Let me tell you, I am so behind in February. I have not read any of the books that I plan to read in February. I haven't read any Beverly Jenkins yet. I keep getting my Libby holds that I put on a long time ago. They keep popping up, so I'm like kind of getting those so I can like get to them because I put them on hold a long time ago. So I haven't really gotten to any of my Beverly Jenkins books that I wanted to read. Um, I've only read like one book by a Black author, but and it's what almost the middle of the month. So, oh, the author for When No One Is Watching is Alyssa Cole, um, and she's Black. So, yay! Let me try Alyssa Cole. Alyssa Cole, and so yeah, that's who wrote that. And I wanted to read her book because she's one of the authors at Stimulit. That's going to be at Stimulit Con, and so I wanted to just dabble into her work. And so it was good. I recommend it. It was, you know what? When you read it, one of the characters kind of gave me the feel of June from Yellowface. So I was like, oh, okay. We're one of those people, right? So, but that was my January books. I'm gonna try it. Oh, yeah, she does romance and thrillers, but this one it was a thriller. Yes, yeah, June tease because she was saying she was like one of those, oh my god, these people, and oh, why do they always, okay, like there's one incident sorry, one incident where the character, I forgot her name, oh my god, Kim, I think her name is Kimberly. Kim was on a subway and they had just moved from this town to this, and she was on the subway and she told a group of teenage boys like, hey, can you turn your music down? And she says they got off the subway and they like followed her home and like harassed her. And And she's telling this to her boyfriend, and he's like, why couldn't you just put your headphones on? Did you have to tell them like to turn their music down? It was just giving those like, just like, like you have to tell people what to do in their own. They're not bothering. I mean, yeah, they're bothering you by playing their music, but it's not something that you could have. You didn't have to. You turn your music. You didn't have to carrying it up, and that's essentially what she did. But she does things like that through the whole book, and she's kind of insufferable. So yeah, yeah, she's definitely a Karen. She comes from money. Um, and they just like bought this house, and she was like saying like, oh my god, this house was so filthy, and like she's changing the house, and the main character in the book is, I forgot her name. Oh my god, the main character in the book, she's like, that the what I knew the lady who lived there, Miss whatever her name is, Miss Brenda, whatever her name was. I knew the owner of that house, and she was the kind to clean with bleach and stuff, and she was very clean. I used to be at her house. She was grandma. She took care of me sometimes, and I know that her house is not nasty. And so, now Kim is who has the house now. She's like tearing, re trying to like flip it, trying to re what's the word, trying to like fix it up and stuff, but you're ruining like the historic charm and everything like that. And she's trying to like flip it and stuff because gentrifiers gonna gentrify. And so yeah, but it was really good. It was really good. I will read more of Alyssa Cole's work. I want to check see what she's doing with the romance, because it was a little side plot of romance, but I'm a romance girly, so I like the romance. But that was my January book. I need to get on it for February. I was really proud I got through 11 books. I didn't think I would, but I haven't read anything I wanted to read. And now I was just in Princess's chats with, I mean, her, oh goodness, her sprints. And now we're going to read Warbreaker. And she says nights starting on the ninth tomorrow. And so I was like, oh, I want to be in the Warbreaker readathon, but I thought she was talking about for March, but I guess I'm gonna start Warbreaker tomorrow. Um, but yeah, so that's it. I'm still trying to. Also, I had to finish up a lot of books from last year, 2 years ago. I still got. I want to get through all my currently reading books. I think I'm currently reading like 8 books. Vampire Lestat, Vampire, Vamp. Oh, what is that? Barbarian's Hope. I'm still reading Mouse. It got boring. I'm sorry. I'm gonna finish it up. I'm still reading The Liar. It's really good. I'm like 70 something percent in. Now I'm still reading Anxious People. It's good. It's good. I like Anxious People, but I keep getting just I keep new books keep popping up that make me like I have to finish first, so it keeps getting pushed back. So it's not that I don't like it. I'm glad you bought it for me, and I still like it, but I keep getting it pushed back. Um, I'm still reading a couple other books. I'm still reading Pillars of the Earth. Pillars of the Earth. This book is like 900 pages. I've been reading this book since. Let me see how long I've been reading this. It says I started this book 8 months ago. I've been reading this book for 8 months. What the heck? It says I started reading this book on May 22nd of 2023. And I'm still reading it. And I'm only on page uh, 230. It's cool. It really is. And I bought some more. Let me go get the books I'm gonna do a haul. Let me get my books that I recently got. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. All right, I'm back. Okay, see my Spy Family shirt? The Learn Princess and okay. All right, so yeah, I've been reading it since 2023. That book is it's huge and it's okay. It's good. It's okay. It's about a guy building a church, basically, right? But there's all these little interconnected stories. Like the characters are interconnected in all these different ways. It's interesting. It's just long as fuck. Okay. So these are the books I got this month. When I go to the library, I always go into the little section where they sell the books. So I got a copy of The Hobbit. I've never read The Hobbit. It was $1. It's in pretty good condition for a paperback. So I picked up The Hobbit. I'm supposed to be reading this. So I got The Hobbit for $1. Yeah. Yeah, it do. It do. Yeah, she was June. um, okay, and then the next book I got from the library sale is Holes. I've never read Holes. I've never seen the movie, never read it, but I don't know. I'm gonna try and take this off because it's still got the library binding on it. Oh no, this has words on it. I don't know. It looks kind of funky. I'm probably gonna take this plastic off. But this was $1. This was $1. That's most of my books. Yeah, I don't really buy books new like that. I'm cheap. I don't be paying full price. If I can avoid paying full price, then I will. Oh, it's good. I know. I can't. I want to read it. Then I got this one at Goodwill. $4.99. That's kind of high, huh? Goodwill's getting high, but it's called Youngblood. It's about like this. Okay, she's like a teen vampire, I think. I must be my vampire era. This girl named Kat and her mom, they're both vampires and they drink this synthetic blood because they're kind of poor. They drink this synthetic blood to survive. And it says, let me see, nearly all of humanity has been infected by a virus that's fatal to vampires. So then she meets this wealthy vampire. Oh, okay. Sounds like it's going to be like young teenagers and then like a love story, LGBTQ, and I think it looks pretty good. So, and it's in great condition. You said you too? Yeah, you don't buy a lot of new books? I don't. I can't. I have like now I'm cataloging my books and I want to as soon as I learn how to do screen sharing on my computer, I'm gonna do a video on how I catalog my books. But I don't know how to do it yet. I'm just trying to learn do a screen share. But I'm in my vampire era. But I have about 359 books so far. I think that most of them are thrift stores, thrift books, used. I don't really buy new books like that. Then another Anne Rice book I got before I knew she was problematic is called Pandora. I think I paid $1 for this. It's about the first vampire. Oh, this must go back. This is probably. I wonder if this is part of the Interview with the Vampire series. It might be. I'm gonna have to look and see. But this one's called Pandora. Hey, Paco. I just want to hop on in between Princess's Prince, what and do my January wrap up. And then the last two books, and it turned into my January haul. The last two books I got were Book of the Month Club. I had bought Book of the Month Club for the year. I'm not going to continue with it. One reason is because I haven't been reading my Book of the Month Club books, and I just been acquiring them. And I'm like, let me just chill, and I'm just gonna wait and see if I, start to read my Book of the Month Club books. I might rejoin again. I'm thinking also of pausing my Kindle Unlimited because I need to get through the books that I own. And then I've been going to the library, so let me see. I'm always looking for a seller coupon. That's usually the most of the time when I go to Barnes and Noble is because I have like a gift card or something like that. But yeah, I'm always looking for something like that. It's all good. Okay, thanks. And these are my last two books, and then I'm gonna end it. I got Neighbors, which is a short story compilation from someone named Diane Oliver, and it's so sad because it says in 1966 this author, she died. She was only 22, and these are the stories that she wrote, but she left behind. But so she died before she could like her career could really take off. But these are her short stories. 22. My goodness, that's so young. I had my baby at 22. Oh my gosh. And then I got The Mayor of Maxwell Street. This is big. 400, 500 some pages. I never know how big these books are until I get them. And I'm like, oh, Lord. Okay. She was the wealthiest Negro in America. Jim Crow, some racism, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what it's about, but look at the cover. Black History Month, you got to get the Black History books, right? So those are my last two books that I got from Book of the Month Club. But yeah, hopefully January. It's got off to a slow start. I only finished like 2 books in February. But you know, we're gonna try. And then I'm starting Warbreaker. So starting Warbreaker, I got to get my Beverly Jenkins books on. Finish up some of the other books that I read. But yeah. Oh, thank you guys for being with me on my quick little wrap up. I'm gonna jump back into sprints and try and read my book, and yeah, um, watch the replay, come back and visit. I'm gonna learn how to screen record, and then I'm gonna do a video on the 2 apps that I use to catalog my books. I use one called Library Thing. I've been using it for years. And you can catalog all your books. It'll tell you also, you can see who your most purchased author is. You can it'll put them. You can put them in your own categories. You can even look amongst other users and see how many other people have that same book. It can match you with people that may have similar libraries to yours. I don't really use all those functions. I just use it to catalog my books. It's really helpful when I'm like shopping and then I go, oh, I think I have this book, but I don't know. Then I can look and say, oh, okay, I do have it. And so I don't buy it twice, which I have bought books that I've owned already twice. So I use Library Thing, and then another one is called Bookshelf, I think. But yeah, those are the ones that I use to catalog. But that's probably going to be my next videos is how I catalog my book. All right, yeah. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys in, like the next video. I'll see you guys in chats and sprints and stuff like that. All right, bye bye. Oh, okay. All right, you too. Bye, Bonnie. Bye, Paco. Bye, Neil. Bye, everybody.